on America's Next Top Model All-Stars.
You guys are going to get to star in your own music video.
Can't sing.
Directing you today, Game.
Oh my God!
I feel like, whoa, I'm here, I'm here.
She shouldn't quit modeling.
Breaking Point is all new this Thursday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
On the season finale of the Catalina,
They are paranormal investigators.
expect horror, action, and romance.
I wish you were a gay man.
The Catalina season finale, Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
When you order a scooter online, you get exactly what you expect. A box delivered right to your door. But when it comes to servicing your scooter, you definitely expect more. No one should wait weeks without their personal mobility. And DW Auto does personal mobility the right way. DW Auto services all manufacturers and can repair your chair within hours, even in your home. DW Auto accepts Medicare. You pay nothing up front, and they will file all insurance claims. Stay independent with your complete mobility resource. DW Auto.
Boost your energy at work, strength on the field, and desire in the bedroom.
Why lose it if you don't have to?
Restore how you felt when you were younger with Progene, a natural solution to a natural problem.
A performance supplement taken once daily, Progene restores the power, performance, and confidence you had when you were younger. Don't you want to feel the power you had when you were younger?
Call now and we'll send you a free 10-day sample of Progene.
In fact, we're so confident you'll feel more power with Progene that for the next 100 callers, we'll triple the offer and give you a full month absolutely free, a $70 value.
Get breaking news, your first alert forecast, and live reports on stories affecting you at noon.
Join us weekdays for live coverage of local news and weather.
KOMU 8 News at noon. Coverage you can count on. Severe weather can happen anywhere, anytime. Only the First Alert Weather Team is here for you all the time, tracking conditions around the clock with exclusive 24-hour weather coverage. Live Doppler 8 First Alert Weather. Coverage you can count on.
See it tonight on the CW, then stream it tomorrow on the new CW app.
The sweltering heat may bring some local 4th of July activities to a halt.
Garbage can changes could mean city savings.
And a local hospital gets a makeover. KOMU 8 News at 9 starts now.
Live from Studio 8A. Coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 9.
We have been really feeling the heat this summer, and it's certainly not over, not by a long shot yet. Good evening. I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. Let's send it over to Michelle with what is quickly becoming sort of a dangerous forecast here with these hot temperatures. Michelle?
Yes, the heat that we are experiencing and have been experiencing is rather dangerous, but we're talking triple-digit heat here and for an extended period of time. I'll have more details on that coming up, but unfortunately no relief from all this heat. You'll see here we continue with dry conditions overnight tonight. Temperatures gradually falling at least into the 70s here to start your morning hours tomorrow. And then we are projecting here a high of 105 degrees tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a scorcher. I'll have tips on how to stay cool and a look ahead to the weekend coming up.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.
Well, speaking of the weather, the lack of rain has put many things at risk, including 4th of July fireworks shows. KOMU 8's Matt Evans joins us live from where the Columbia Fireworks Show is expected to light up the night sky if conditions don't get worse.
Well, I'm here on the top of the parking garage 6th and Cherry, and if everything goes as planned, this will actually be turned into a stage for the biggest fireworks show in Columbia in 1 week. But the weather might have different plans. Total rainfall in the month of June this year is almost 4 inches below average, and with no rainfall expected in the coming days, the Columbia Fire Department is taking action.
We've not issued any burn permits since yesterday. We ceased issuing those until the weather conditions improve.
And with 4th of July fireworks season right around the corner, even a 60-year tradition in Columbia will be under the microscope.
Well, with any fireworks display like the Fire in the Sky, we evaluate that in the weeks leading up to it and on the day of the shoot. And we'll make a final determination on the day of the shoot, and it may be hours before the shoot's scheduled to go whether or not it'll happen.
Fire department officials stress that if you do want to see some fireworks on the 4th, go to a place where a tanker truck full of water is standing by.
Well, the fire department is always very involved in this. They will have a water truck on site. They'll have fire department personnel all around.
Park and Rec officials also say since the display is surrounded by concrete and not dry grass, the fire risk isn't as high. Columbia Fire Department officials saying that they aren't afraid to pull the plug if the conditions aren't safe. Reporting live in downtown Columbia, Matt Evans, KOMU8 News.
Well, Columbia firefighters responded to 2 fires, but at the same house earlier today. The first fire caused about $25,000 in damages and was contained to the garage. Fire crews put that one out, let the owners back inside, but returned 2 hours later when a second fire broke out. Firefighters fought that blaze from the ground and from ladders to try to extinguish the flames. Although the 2 fires were at the same house on the same day, firefighters were careful not to say the fires were related.
The fire investigators haven't had a chance to get in there and look at it. So I want to make that assumption that it jumped.
Fire investigators think the first fire started when welding tools were left out in the garage. They haven't released a possible cause for that second fire.
A pair of bills were signed into law today by Governor Nixon. He approved a tax break for small businesses and another bill requiring more oversight for charter schools. KOMU8 Scott Malone joins us here in the studio to tell us about these new laws, plus one bill that the governor vetoed.
Small businesses will get a $10,000 tax break for each new job they create in the next 2 years. But the new law has several qualifications in order for businesses to get the deduction. Businesses must have a maximum of 50 employees. New jobs must employ those workers for at least 52 weeks and must pay at least the county or state average wage, whichever one is lower. Businesses get a $20,000 tax break if the new job offers health insurance and the employer pays at least 50% of the premium. Nixon also signed a bill giving the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education more oversight of charter schools. The DESE now controls who sponsors the charter schools. Sponsors will now enter into legally binding performance contracts with their chartered schools. And if schools fail to meet specific financial and academic standards, they could face probation or closure. Nixon also vetoed a bill that could have made it easier for students in some areas to transfer school districts. Current law says students can change the districts if the Commissioner of Education believes a student faces an unreasonable transportation hardship. For more information on the new laws and the veto, search tax break bills on our website, KOMU.com.
Thanks, Scott. Well, the city of Columbia is looking to save some money by changing how it collects your trash. The city wants to buy new garbage trucks and get rid of the current bag-based trash collection. KOMU8's Dan Kennedy joins us live to tell us what it means for us. Dan?
Hey, Angie, I'm here on Richardson Street in Columbia, where, as you can see, residents are already placing out their trash bags for tomorrow morning's collection. Now, under the new proposal, you wouldn't see streets like this anymore. In fact, the city will give you your own trash can. Now, tonight I spoke with the manager of the city solid waste, Richard Weeman. He told me his department would like to buy and distribute 44,000 trash bins at the cost of $2.8 million. Now, last year, the city spent $379,000 on trash bags alone. Weeman said the city would also need to buy 10 automated side-loading trucks. Those trucks would cost $3 million. I talked with one resident tonight who says he's in favor of the change.
At the end of the day, I have to take my trash out once a week, regardless of if it's in a bag and I just toss it on the curb or if it's in a trash can and I drag it out and leave it there. Aesthetically, I think trash cans they look nicer on the curb the night that they're there versus just a pile of trash bags.
Now, Weeman says that the city would actually save money in the long run. They wouldn't have to buy any more bags, and plus the new trucks will run on compressed natural gas, saving money on fuel over the years. Weeman will be at Monday's City Council meeting to answer questions and concerns from residents. Reporting live in Columbia, Dan Kennedy, KOMU8 News.
Boone County Animal Control seized more than a dozen animals after the report of a puppy mill. There was no puppy mill, but Animal Control found the Boone County home unfit for pets. Animal control workers arrived about 11 this morning and took 14 dogs and 2 cats. The couple who owned the pets each received a summons for animal cruelty and neglect. The owners say the pets are well cared for.
Yesterday, we left to go into town. Our 2 pugs were out here in the front yard in their pen. They got a large water bowl and a food bowl that was full of water, full of food. When we came back, they had eaten and they had dumped the water.
The couple will appear in court July 16th. Animal Control says the investigation is ongoing.
Well, Columbia police arrested a second suspect in connection with a home invasion and robbery last weekend near the intersection of Highway VV and Highway 763. 36-year-old Felson Barney is behind bars without bond in the Boone County Jail on suspicion of first-degree robbery, armed criminal action, unlawful use of a weapon, and parole violation. 19-year-old Joshua Wisham was arrested earlier this week. Wisham's being held on first-degree robbery charges. Detectives are still looking for a third suspect.
A new approach to patient care.
Safety measures change the look of a local hospital. Moviegoers lined up downtown will tell you about the finale to a month-long film series.
Records are meant to be broken. We broke one today. Will we break one tomorrow? I'll have all the details coming up next.
People come in all different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the Any Size One Low Price mattress sale. Choose your size, you pay just one low price. Get a Sealy Medium Firm for just $99 each piece, only at Slumberland.
Some say I'm the third most interesting man in the world. And when I travel, I mean, when we travel, we always use MoX. MoX, oh so convenient. They pick me up, us, at home, at work, or parking or riding from the MoX office. Booking online is so easy. MoX is simply the best.
We want you to ride MoX.
Keep traveling, my friends.
iMart Express. Low prices plus.
I got 2 pairs for less than $60. Plus, they were ready in an hour.
I could afford glasses for the whole family. Plus, I got a free frame warranty.
Come to iMart Express. Get 2 complete pairs with single vision lenses for only $57.92. Choose no line bifocals and get 2 pairs for $97.92.
Plus, I got a great deal and a great deal more.
iMart Express. Low prices plus.
In West Columbia, across from Hy-Vee in front of Walmart.
Did you not get what you wanted for Father's Day? How about a brand spanking new Silverado? Chevrolet has just announced a special $500 extra in bonus cash on top of the $3,000 in consumer cash, plus $1,000 trade-in bonus, plus all-star package savings of $1,500, plus retention bonus bucks, plus GM card cash. Chevy runs deep at Bob McCosh Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Number 1 Business Loop 70, Columbia, 24/7 at bobmccosh.com.
There's no handbook 101 that every parent should have. You don't need specialized training to be a good parent. You just need to be there. Your children don't talk to you. You go talk to them. Deep down inside, they want you to be involved. They want to hear what you have to say. You can tell them what to do, and they may appear that they didn't listen to you. But when they get out there with their peers, they can reflect back on the conversation they had with you and make the right choice. As a parent, you are the strongest influence in your child's life. Never give up that responsibility. Never give up that right.
The sparks are flying at Slumberland's 4th of July sale. Every department is on sale. Pay 0 interest for 3 years. Looking for a sale to light your fire? Slumberland's 4th of July sale is your match.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Watch Rachel Ray weekdays at 2 on KOMU 8. Now, your live Doppler 8 First Alert weather with meteorologist Michelle Bogowith.
Welcome back. 9:12 is your time. We are over halfway to the weekend, and you're taking a look at our Daytrack Sky Cam behind me, the city of Columbia today. It was a scorcher out there. That sunshine helped to heat temperatures right on into record highs here in central Missouri. For Columbia, we topped out at 103 degrees today. That shatters the old record set back in 1980 of 101. And let me tell you this, there are more records to be broken, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow we are going to break yet again another record out there. Here's a look at temperatures out across the area. We have come down out of the triple-digit heat here finally, back into some lower 90s down to the south. 92 degrees in the capital city. It's 91 at the lake, a little bit better off to the north. 84 in Paris, 85 in Macon presently, and 87 here in Columbia. Dew point temperature 63, so the relative humidity, it is inching its way on up, still fairly low, and that is one good thing to have right now, lower humidity, because not only do we have to deal with the heat, at least we don't have to deal with the very muggy, humid atmosphere out there. Here's a look at the surface map tonight. Our weather maker, well, it sits just to the east of us. High pressure system that spins clockwise. That is bringing us that nice southerly flow, all that warm, moist air interacting with the cold front up to our north. Unfortunately, this cold front that you see here, as that scoots along off to the east, that's staying all to the north of us. So none of the cloud cover, none of the rain, unfortunately, will be affecting our weather here in central Missouri because of that high pressure system. That bubble's just going to be sitting over the top of us, and that dome just continues to keep our weather pattern very dry and a lot of sunshine out there. Tomorrow afternoon, look for highs right around 105. A few areas, even a few degrees warmer than that potentially tomorrow. It's going to be a hot one. So if you're going to be outdoors, if you work outdoors, you got to drink plenty of water. If you can, wear some light colored, loose fitting clothing out there. Check on the pets, check on the elderly. We have a major heat wave going on here for the next several days, and those are all things that you want to keep in mind and make sure that you are doing. Also, don't forget sunscreen. If you're going to be outside, you don't need to be burning, especially with this heat. Not that you can really stand it for that long when you are outdoors. As we move on into Friday, we'll come down a few degrees, still though in the triple digits, so that heat continues, and then at least we'll be back into the 90s here by the end of your weekend. You'll see that coming up. But let's talk tonight. 71 degrees for that overnight low. We'll continue with the crystal clear skies. Not much changing with our weather pattern, unfortunately. 105 tomorrow afternoon as we continue with that scorching sun and that searing heat out there. Record of 104 on Friday. We're going to come dangerously close to that with a high of 103. And then you can see the temperature slowly starting to trail off here back into the mid and upper 90s for Sunday on into the start of early next week. Now, if you've got some big 4th of July plans, well, just kind of keep this in mind. It's going to still continue to be rather hot out there. And I know a big thing that we'll be talking about is if we're going to be able to get those fireworks going here. With that heat, join KOMU's fan club. A lot of people out there really need some help.
There's a cumulative effect too with this hot weather, isn't it? If you're just constantly exposed day after day after day.
Yeah. Oh,
well, it's very wearing. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Michelle. Callaway Community Hospital showed off its new wing today. Kingdom Senior Solutions will serve elderly patients whose mental health has worsened because of declining physical health. The 19-bed wing features safety precautions like doors within doors to assure safe staff entry to patient rooms. Also, nurses will adjust electric beds for patients since power cords longer than 6 inches are banned from patient rooms. Hospital staff say seniors with health issues often require psychiatric treatment.
There's really been not much available for the senior adults. Senior adults have very specific issues and very specific requirements for their treatment.
The wing was paid in part by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and it will start accepting patients on Friday.
Ragtag Cinema wrapped up its homebrewed film series tonight. It's made up of low-budget films that were all made in America. Ragtag also served beer from areas of the country where the films came from. Tonight, moviegoers came out to see a film called In the Family. The theater served Shiner Bock because the film was based in Texas.
We figure that by packaging them together into a series, more people are inclined to come check them out because they kind of have the Ragtag stamp of approval.
Bachman says the series was more popular this year than in years past. The films usually see about 30 moviegoers, and this year the organizers say the average was about 70. A large massacre in Syria claims hundreds of lives.
Find out who the UN says may be responsible.
Safe Auto North. My fake house here is irresistible to the local hooligans. They love to soap up the windows, ring the doorbell and run, and break my porch lights. Those rascals. Hey, you know what else is irresistible? Safe Auto. Most who call for a quote end up buying a policy. You should be one of them. So call Safe Auto today while I call the cops. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Drive safe, spend less.
A friend of mine knew I was thinking about making a change in my life and suggested Metro Business College. That small step made a huge change in my life. At Metro, I took classes that were key to my success in the job market. Not just the medical classes I needed for my degree, but computer classes as well. Everyone at Metro knew my name and cared about my success. I found the confidence I needed to complete my program and step into the career I wanted. Now I have the career I was hoping for in the medical profession. A small college made a big difference in my life.
View local news, your first alert forecast, and local sports scores no matter where you are. Visit KOMU.com/mobile to get KOMU 8 News on your mobile phone.
Last year. This year. The difference? Spirit of 76 Fireworks. As a fireworks distributor, they offer the lowest prices and the largest selection in Central Missouri. 500-gram cakes as low as $25. Kid packs under $15. Wow your neighbors. Shop in their expansive tent, air-conditioned store, or buy wholesale at 76fireworks.com. Spirit of 76 Fireworks. 3 miles west of the Columbia Mall off I-70 at the Midway exit 121.
The Rome restaurant has something for everyone this summer. Tasty dishes, desserts, and our gluten-free menu. Dine in an atmosphere that feels like home with fresh, made-from-scratch food. Kids eat free Tuesday through Thursday all summer long. Short on dough? Buy any size pizza on Sunday and get the second one for $1. The Rome Restaurant, a proud tradition of home-style Italian cooking in downtown Columbia.
Planted bombs in Baghdad kill at least 9 people.
And the violence continues in Syria. KOMU 8's Emily Halger has those stories and more in tonight's Worldview.
We begin tonight in Baghdad, where at least 9 people were killed after bombs exploded near the house of a tribal leader in the southern part of the city. Police officials say gunmen planted 3 bombs around the house. The tribal leader wasn't injured in the attacks, but 17 others were. More than 140 people have been killed this month due to bombings in Iraq. Most of the violent attacks are targeted at Shiite pilgrims and shrines. Next, violence in Syria continues. Today, the UN says pro-government forces may be responsible for last month's massacre. Amateur video posted online claims to show a tank firing in the direction of a camera operator in Homs. A UN-appointed human rights expert says the military or pro-government forces may be responsible for many deaths in Hula. More than 100 men, women, and children were killed in the massacre. Inconsistencies in evidence has made it tough to identify the killers. And finally, in Greece, hotel workers are on a 24-hour strike. Unions are protesting legislation that would make collective labor agreements more flexible and reduce wages. Hotel employees say management is using the industry's downturn to scare them into accepting lower wages and longer hours. Political uncertainty and instability have been blamed for the uneasy feelings. And that's your look around the world tonight.
A new college football playoff system is in place.
Hear how Gary Pinkel thinks it was going to affect Mizzou. Next in sports.
When you order a scooter online, you get exactly what you expect. A box delivered right to your door. But when it comes to servicing your scooter, you definitely expect more. No one should wait weeks without their personal mobility. And DW Auto does personal mobility the right way. DW Auto services all manufacturers and can repair your chair within hours, even in your home. DW Auto accepts Medicare. You pay nothing up front, and they will file all insurance claims. Stay independent with your complete mobility resource. DW Auto.
Can't beat the Silverado.
Sounds great. I'll take it.
Sure, you don't want to go for a test drive?
No.
Please?
Let's take it for a test drive.
Yes!
Shotgun!
I'll get the keys.
Celebrate Independence Day with $500 cash combined with other offers for a total value of $5,000, plus trade in an eligible vehicle for an additional $1,000 trade-in allowance on a 2012 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition.
See your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealer today.
Get breaking news, your first alert forecast, and live reports on stories affecting you at noon.
Join us weekdays for live coverage of local news and weather.
KOMU 8 News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
Sign your youngest Tiger fans up now for the Truman Club, an exclusive club for kids ages 12 and younger. Let them enjoy special benefits by becoming involved with Mizzou athletics while also learning the value of a college education. Visit MUTigers.com.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports with Eric Blumberg.
Hello everyone. While Missouri Athletics was busy announcing a $30 million gift from the Kansas City Sports Trust, college presidents announced the approval of a 4-team football playoff. there are still 2 more seasons of the current BCS format until the 4-team seeded playoff runs through 2014 to 2025. Semifinal games rotated among 6 bowl sites, played on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Championships, they rotated among neutral sites, played on the first Monday in January, 6 or more days after the semifinal game. They're going to call it Championship Monday.
I think it's going to be great for college football in many ways, and one thing that I think people recognize it now. It's the best, season of any sport during the season. I mean, every single week the national championship's on the line. You can't lose 5 games and all of a sudden get in a run and be hot at the end of the year and win it all. Yeah. You can't do it in college football. College football, you have to be in greatness. You have to be in that level all year long. And if you're one of those top 4 teams, 5 teams, 6 teams that have a chance, like we were in 2007, we were right in that area, then you got a chance to get in there and compete for a national championship.
Mizzou would have liked for there to be a 4-team playoff in 2007 when they finished the season ranked 4 in the country. Back then, Jeremy Macklin starred at wide receiver. Now he's with the Philadelphia Eagles. This week, Macklin hosted a football camp for about 150 kids in the Philly, New Jersey area. Macklin gathered some of his former Mizzou teammates like Sean Weatherspoon, Denario, and Kevin Rutland, all now in the NFL. Macklin will host another camp in St. Louis in mid-July.
It's not only about just playing football. It's about becoming better as a person, become better as a kid, as a child, as a teenager. That's kind of the more important message here.
He had his teammate come out today, Jason Avant, and he talked a little bit about Jeremy's work ethic and how he goes to work and, with the hard hat and lunch pail attitude each and every day, and just continues to work hard. And I think if these kids can see the way he's working in order to, get this camp going and get him out here having some fun, I think that, he'll definitely inspire them.
Kansas City Royals came to work with a hard hat and a lunch pail, about to leave on an 11-game road trip leading up to the All-Star break. Royals trying to say goodbye to Kaufman by going for the series sweep against the Tampa Bay Rays. And it's necessary to stay cool. You bring in the big fans. Bottom of the first, 2 out, Moose. Moose does not melt in the heat. His 13th home run of the season, 1-0 Royals. In the top of the 8th, it's 4-2 KC. Ben Zobrist triples to right. It ties the game, 4 apiece. But in the bottom of the 8th, the Butler did it. Billy Butler, for the 15th time this season, he hits a home run. And this one's a game winner. Royals take it 5-4. Former Tiger Aaron Crow gets his first win of the season with 2 outs of scoreless relief. And the Cardinals' 5-game winning streak came to an end tonight. The Miami Marlins scored the final 3 runs in the game and rallied for a 5-3 win. St. Louis will open a 10-game homestand against Pittsburgh on Friday. Now, back to the anchors.
Thanks, Eric. Ducking and dive bombing.
Right, why everyone's taking cover next.
If you're thinking about buying a new single-wide, double-wide, or modular home, then you better listen up. From June 16th through the end of the month, Cedar Creek Homes in Columbia will be putting sale prices on all current inventory. You can save thousands on brand new homes and also get a great gift with it. Buy a display home and get an outdoor grill, a plasma TV, a front-load washer and dryer, a $1,500 gift card, or even a John Deere riding mower. With every home on sale and a gift with each purchase, this is truly a one-of-a-kind sales event. Cedar Creek Homes just east of Columbia on I-70, exit number 133.
Dream with me, come with me to sleep.
At Slumberland, we sell bedroom sets in all kinds of styles, and you won't lose any sleep over the price.
Dream with me. Dream with me.
On trend and on the money.
Dream with me, I'll sleep.
Slumberland. Sweet price, sweet dreams.
Did you not get what you wanted for Father's Day? How about a brand spanking new Silverado? Chevrolet has just announced a special $500 extra in bonus cash, on top of the $3,000 in consumer cash, plus $1,000 trade-in bonus, plus all-star package savings of $1,500, plus retention bonus bucks, plus GM card cash. Chevy runs deep at Bob McCosh Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Number 1 Business Loop 70, Columbia, 24/7 at bobmccosh.com.
I can't get a job because I don't have any skills.
Seen that before?
Thought so. Are you ready to stop the vicious circle of no skills, no education, no money, and no future? Then call the number you see on the screen and get the education that can send your future into a circle of success.
I have the skills. I have the education. I have a great future.
Great future. Which circle are you living in?
Call Bryan College at 1-888-393-4697.
Well, it'll be a warm start to your Thursday morning. 71 degrees is where we find ourselves starting your day off at, and then 105 by the afternoon. It is going to be a scorcher. Drink plenty of water.
Some folks in Oregon are taking cover from a crow. The bird's been dive bombing pedestrians on the bridge in Portland for months. Mean. They say you can hear the crow's wings flapping as you walk. Some say they avoid the area because of that crow. One woman said she started covering her head because someone told her the crow was probably after her hair. But no one really knows why it's so angry.
Angry birds.
Yeah. Good one. That's what they need to do, get a slingshot out there. Maybe. I didn't just say that. Don't call the newsroom. I don't want them to
Stay cool. Drink lots of
Good
fluids.
advice. We'll see you back at 10, folks.
You're watching the CW Television Network.
You've asked for it. Now here it is, the 1980s on CD.
Look at this, all of the hits from the 80s for just $29.99. This is an unbelievable deal.
Especially since you can download it for free.
That's called stealing, Joy. Imagine if everybody downloaded my book for free.
Well, I could say that they'd be overcharged, but the joke is too easy.
I'm getting this.
Why? Because you're getting old and you want to revisit your glory days?
Well, thanks for assuming that I had glory days, but this music makes sense to me.
All right, who's on it?
Who's on it? Everybody important. Air Supply, Pat Benatar, the Doobie Brothers.